Hey Michael, Jesse here. We're out here at your job site. AJ's here, Miguel is here. Get some quick shots of them, get the plans in there. Miguel is a master at these layouts, and he taught AJ how to pull layouts, but way back in the day. Anyway, so we have a discrepancy on the plans here. This is showing 20 feet wide on the existing house outside of wall to outside of wall, and it's actually only 17 feet and change. So the 20 feet is there. So basically we're off by about 3 feet in terms of how these walls measure up across the bottom here versus up here. So this is 30 feet 3 inches, and then if we pull these corners off of this existing house like it's indicated on the plans, we come up shy to the tune of about 2.5 feet. So we basically need to make a decision, and AJ's arguing that you don't want to shrink your house, which nobody does. So we're gonna go with the wider and the larger of the two, and we're gonna assume that the house is actually wider than it is. So now we've gone through and we've pulled these layout points, and what that means is we are gonna actually have to get back in here and widen this out a little bit. And because we're gonna have to get back in here and widen this out anyway, we just have to break out a little bit of rock here. You know, I was hoping that we might be able to get to a stage here where we're gonna be all right to pour, but as it turns out, you know, that's our outside of footing there, and AJ has virtually no room to work in the back there to get his form boards up, to strip them, to do construction back in there. And so we're essentially gonna have to get in here and take, I think it's not going to be much, and this is going to chip out quite quickly with the rock hammer, and I'm guesstimating, you know, probably 2 hours of breaking rock, give or take, and then we'll have the excavator in here to clean up the shrapnel. Let me know what you think of the idea of just taking that rock and fanning it out down here into the crawl space and creating a level pad somewhere, because you're going to have mechanical things in here. We can put it down into that bottom corner, but just give you a level pad somewhere with our rock shrapnel that we're going to take out of there, so you can have some nice surfaces for some of your mechanical equipment in here. This is where we're guesstimating finished floor elevation, just for grins. We pulled a string level across over to here. But basically what I'd like to do then is, as you can see, this is where I'm guesstimating our counterfort to be. This is 4 feet back. I think this is a little bit shy because AJ pulled his layout here, and this is outside of footing. So this is more like 2.5 to 3 feet, give or take. So this is probably a little bit shy. This is a guesstimation that Becky and I did. And then here's the other one, which puts us basically right here, and you know, I think we're doing a little bit better over here with our rock. So at the very least, we just need to chisel out a little bit of rock here. We need to widen out that corner due to that discrepancy in the plans, and yeah, that's the long and short of it. There's liable to be, you know, we're basically at our estimated budget of what we were shooting for right now. So we are exceeding our hoped for budget at this point. And as we discussed before we got started, the big X factor was going to be the rock. As it is, we were able to rip out a lot of this rock with the ripping tooth and some rock teeth and a lot of hard work from Becky. And at this point, we'll have a relatively minimal rock breaking expense that'll be above and beyond our hoped for target budget. But yeah, so that's where we're at with it, and we should be able to keep things rocking and rolling and get back up in here this week. I'm anticipating, and then AJ should be able to take over and work next week, Monday or Tuesday, when actually the weather is getting warm and it's going to be above freezing. Hey AJ, what do you think? Next week looks like we got warm weather. It's not even going to get below freezing during the night, so
yeah, I can be here immediately as soon as you're done.
I'm going to try to get this chiseled and all opened up this week. And so I think we should be able to turn the job site back over to you Monday, which you got a nice long warm stretch of weather.
Okay, I mean, because we have everything here, all the photo materials here. There's enough rebar for more than the walls.
Cool. All right, that's it. So Michael, call me and we'll talk about it and you give me the holy blessing. Oh, also, can you keep running for a second? We are gonna need, once we get this chiseled out, we're gonna go ahead and, well, basically what we're asking for is for the holy blessing from the engineer, and so we can send this video on to the engineer as well, but we'd like to just dial into this and have this exposed bedrock be our counterfort. And so what we would need is a spec from the engineer as to how deep he'd like us to go. I think a foot would probably be plenty, but I don't know how realistic that is. Do we go for 8 inches? Do we go for 6 inches? Is there a spec?
It's all rock.
Yeah. So basically,
as they are, they're only halfway tall, which is kind of low. So,
well, we could leave a void up there and not backfill 100% of the way as well. So we could backfill just to maintain our frost depth. I mean, we could backfill just to here and leave that as a little corridor. That would be a little 4-foot corridor that could either be filled with gravel and a walkway with some drainage, or it could be swelled out and just have it be whatever. But that'd be an option too, as far as if we wanted to concern ourselves with the strength and the retaining capacity of this wall due to weight and whatnot. As long as we keep it drained, I don't think it needs anything. But I'm not signing off on it. So AJ started building forms. He's gotten to the point now where he's ready to start doing the rebar. It'd be a good time for you guys to check in, Michael and AJ.